This is Professor Loren, and welcome to the week one announcement. This is journalistic writing and reporting. Now, if I've set this up right, you can see me, the little head, the talking head in the corner, and you can also see our virtual classroom that I have up on one of my monitors here. Now, the first thing is this is the week one announcement, August 28th through September 2nd. The academic week runs every Monday through Saturday. Very often not very often, I think every week there are deadlines on Wednesday and Friday. So be advised, the week is Monday through Saturday, deadlines in the middle and on Friday. Now we're over here. This is at the virtual classroom. Notice the menu to the left. Now mine has a lot more items on it than yours does because, well, it's the instructor menu, but you have the first, I think, 4 or 5, probably down to honor lock, maybe a few others, I'm not sure. Click on every one of those. Get to know your class, explore the virtual classroom. You can't break it, you can't tear it up or anything like that. So, go take a look around, get used to everything there. And by the way, while I'm thinking about it, if you see any mistakes in the classroom, please let me know so I can fix them. And that way you would be doing me a favor and helping me out, making our mutual experience even better. Because as I mentioned before, we are all in this together, right? Right. So let's see. Click on everyone. Always start at home, though. And here you see at the very top is the week one announcement. I'm going to have an announcement for us every week. So start with that. I guess it's sort of a broad, paints a broad picture of what we'll be doing and why we'll be doing it. Now, also let me know is if you prefer these videos, or would you prefer me to write them out? I can do both. Just let me know. All right, I'll leave it at that. Maybe put it in class questions, or respond to me somehow and give me if you have an opinion. Assuming you have an opinion, maybe you don't care either way. Maybe you appreciate both of them. Maybe you don't appreciate either one of them. I don't know. Anyway, read the announcements. That's where you start. It's at the top of the page. You'll probably pick up on that. Here's just a welcome. That's not going to be there every week. That's here for this time. And you can imagine what it says. Now, here is the syllabus. Okay, that is the most important document you're going to run across all semester, or all term, I think we call it here at Doral College. Download it, read it, be familiar with it, refer to it as needed. And I suggest that you print it out as well. Here's our textbook. There's a glossary of newspaper terms. Here's class questions. Please use that. I have a note to check up on my computer to check class questions every day. So if you have a question, don't speak to me personally and privately about it, because I guarantee if you have that question, then others in the classroom have it as well. So instead of me having to answer or send out multiple emails to tell people, why not just let me cover the entire class? If you ask the question in class questions, then everybody gets to read the answer. Now, if you have a personal matter, I don't expect you to put it in class questions. I'll show you how to contact me in just a minute. We're going to flip over to the syllabus and all my contact information is there. Now, here is Module 1. All right. Welcome and introductions, August 28th through September 2nd. Every module has, well, most of them, look at Module 2. Most of them have content, readings, graphics, videos, whatever, content up at the top. Here we go. Look, video, readings, visuals, but they all have assigned work. Now, the welcome and intro, it's just, it's a little bit different because it's the first week of class. Fine. So the assigned work is probably, well, you want to pay attention to that because that's graded stuff, right? And here's the introductions. Tell us about yourself. You can imagine what that is, where you write, a couple hundred words saying what your family or your friends or where you're from or what you dig or this or that. But one thing I'm doing different is you can, this semester term is that you can do it on video if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can do it written. That's fine too. Here's discussion, and there's essentially 2 discussion boards. One is the introductions, and one is 3 items from the syllabus. You choose, well, you can read the directions. Now, we also have a syllabus quiz. This is honor lock. I'll get to that in a minute, but there's well, you know what? I'll cover it right now. There's a section on honor lock. Maybe you're familiar with it. Maybe you're not. We only have 2. Well, we only have 2. One is at the beginning of the semester. One is at the end. And this is, you have to log on through HonorLock, and it's essentially just get along with it, go along with it for 2 little quizzes. I guarantee I don't see how anyone could not make 100 on these things, okay? These are handed down from above. I have to include them. I don't mind including them. If you have any trouble with it, like I did, setting my class up to have HonorLock, is they have excellent tech support 24/7, 365 days a year. It's available. I called a guy named, this morning at 4 a.m., a guy named Griffin was there. He responded to me immediately on the chat. I didn't call him. I contacted him over my computer. And he had, within just a few minutes, he had excellent resources for me and walked me through my problem and gave me a solution. And I was done in less than, in just a few minutes. So HonorLock is not a big bad deal. It's something we have to do. So let's do it the first week of class. Let's do it the last week of class and be done. Now, something else I'm going to point out for this first week is the introductions. Can you see there? And the discussions at the August 30th deadline is you're actually going to, I'm just going to leave it at that. I have to accommodate if students enroll late. I'm going to have to work. I'll work with them. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, fine. So let's see. What else do we got? We'll run through all our modules now, and there's one for each week, correct? And they're pretty self-explanatory. I am going to scroll all the way to the bottom. And here is some great resources for you. Now, faculty resources is not going to, you won't be able to see that. That's for me. Here's student help and support. That is your tech support. That's your IT support. If you're having some computer issue, or you don't know how to log on this, you don't know how to upload that, or whatever there is your source to go to for help and assistance. It's also Tutor Me. Do you see that? Do you know how much tutors cost in the real world? Anybody out there who had a tutor? Well, they started around $60 an hour, and most of them are more depending on where you live. So here, this one is essentially free right now. Now, actually, you've paid for it with your tuition, but why would you not use that resource? And here's the Learn Library. I guarantee you we're going to be using that because we'll be doing research in here and gathering sources. And so anyway, there it is. That's how you access our library. And now here is a bit on plagiarism. Now, I'm going to switch over to the syllabus real quick, and we'll get back to that in a minute. But there's a section on academic integrity and plagiarism. And Doral College and I hope you take this very seriously. And that's what HonorLock is about. That's what the plagiarism sections are about, and that's also what Turnitin.com is about. You know, you're probably familiar with that. Turnitin.com checks essays to compare them for matching text to see if it's been written before, to see if the text has been copied or quotes are one thing, right? Attributed quotes that are cited, those are fine. But when we of course, we don't just take someone else's words and paste them and pretend that they're our own. That's the ultimate sin in the academic environment. Now it's got another edge to it these days, what with artificial intelligence. But look, let me just say, don't let a robot write your paper, okay? Don't let the internet write your paper. That the new and improved Turnitin.com has a feature that detects AI generated copy. So let's just not even go there. Let's be credible, and let's be men and women of honor, and not either you nor me have to deal with that. Okay. All right. But the HonorLock again, there's your links and explanation of what it is. And when you click on those 2 quizzes, it's going to be real simple. You just follow the prompts, getting started, and it'll lead you to everything you have to do. And you'll see. If you have trouble, call HonorLock 24/7 support. Now I'm going to run back up to the top, and here is my contact information. So there's my telephone number. You can message me. You can text me. You can call me if you want. Don't call me on the weekend. Don't call me in the middle of the night. There's my email address. Yeah. I have office hours 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 4 to 5. I can set up, make an appointment with you some other time, or once a week on Wednesdays from 4 to 5. I have a Zoom meeting open. Now, you don't have to attend, right? But it's there. And if you want to pop in on a Zoom meeting, I'll be sitting here in front of my computer working, and hey, Professor Loren, whatever, and we can talk. You can see me. I can see you if you want me to, or not. If you don't have to show your video. But look, I'm available for you lots of different ways. I'm game to using any of these social media methods or software that I have. I got a bunch of them, but I'll use whatever we can to get together. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire syllabus, so don't freak out on me. You should go through it, though, and be familiar with the whole thing, because you don't want any surprises. You don't want to turn something in, on the day 4 after it was due and find out then that I don't accept any assignments after 3 days. You don't want those kind of surprises, right? So I will show this, student learning outcomes. This is why we're here. This is what we do. If at the end of 16 weeks, you can do those things, then you have succeeded, and so have I. If at the end of 16 weeks, you can't do those things, then I have failed, and probably so will you. All right, so let's do it. I mean, why are we here? You're choosing to do this, so let's do it well. Check out the grades, the weights. Writing assignments count for 40%. Discussions count for 40%. That's for an online class. That's where it happens, isn't it? And then the 2 quizzes, those things, they count 20% each. And by the way, they're mandatory. If you want to stay in the class, you have to do the quizzes. But that's an easy 20% of your grade. So make them easy. Don't worry. And I promise you that you can make a 100 on both of them, you have to be able to. I've set them up in such a way. The last one's not available for you to see yet, but the first one, my goodness, everyone should be able to make 100 on that thing. If not, well, then maybe, I don't know. I won't say anything about that. All right. So read about each one, discussion, quizzes. I'm scrolling through the syllabus here. And at the very end is the schedule. And that's a helpful thing. Like, what are we doing and when are we doing it? All right, let's see. I'm going to go back. Let me get back over here. I'm going to go back to week 1. Don't get dizzy. I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to go back to week 1. There's 2 deadlines. And I mentioned this, but I'm going to reiterate it. It's one is Wednesday, August the 30th. That's for your initial post. That's usually how the discussion boards go. There's a question that says do this or do that, and the initial post is due on Wednesday, and then you respond to 1 or 2 classmates with a total of 150 words, say maybe 75 words each classmate, and you have until Friday to do that. The idea is to be active 3 days a week. Speaking of that, that's one of the keys to success, and I'll end with this. How do you succeed in this class? Well, you succeed in this class the same way you succeed in life. You show up and you do the work. It's 2 things. Now, in here, showing up means being active. It means logging in. It means participating. It means being involved in the class and in a substantive way. On the discussion boards, that means more than just saying, awesome, I loved your response, or that was really great. Those are almost meaningless words, right? So use detailed posts and support them with examples and with current events and with scholarly sources or news sources. All right, then. So keys to success: show up and do the work. In our virtual classroom, showing up means being active and being involved and posting on the discussion board. And secondly, do the work means submit all assigned work. Everything. Do everything. And even if it's late, Now, I don't condone, I don't want you to be late. You're going to get dinked. If it's late, you have it's a letter grade for each day it's late. But I tell you what, a late assignment is better than none at all, because a late assignment, you might make a 60 on it. Oh, that's terrible. But no assignment makes 0. And what's the difference in 0 and 60? 60 points. Which would you rather have? I'd rather take, if I had to, I'd take the 60 points. And I prefer 100 points. All right. Show up, do the work. And that's all.